This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So we need to download the Nexus software, guys. So this is also an open source open source application. Okay. So run this. Okay, so this is the URL, guys. You need to download, and basically here we need to sign up for this one. Okay. Sorry, sign up is not required, and I think this URL has, I mean, this UI has changed here. Access to vendors. Okay, sorry, I think you need to provide the information, and then only we can able to download it. Seems. Let me try. This time again, some dummy information. Okay. So now here we can download Exchange. Select your OS to begin your download. Choose the direct link. Yeah, here is the version. Next Windows. Yeah, it is getting downloaded, guys. I'm just canceling it. Okay, it is not required. So just copy this URL. It's quite hard. Okay. So we need to download this software, guys, Nexus. Okay, and then it will be in a zip file, like how we unzipped for Apache Maven, right? In the same manner, here also we need to unzip this one. So it is already available in my application, in my machine, hence I have not installed it. Okay, sorry, I have not downloaded it. Let me show you. Yeah, this is what. Okay, Nexus 3.1. So this is a zip file. Okay, we need to unzip it. So all my DevOps related softwares, whatever I'm using, right, I have kept it in a D drive DevOps tools. Okay, so that is a backup file, and here we need to unzip it. Okay, so here you can see Nexus 3.14. Okay, so this is the one. So just open this directory. Okay, so here we no need to set any of the environment variables, guys. Here, okay, just we need to run this one in order to start this application. Okay, and okay, so how to start this application then? Okay, so in order to start this application, so go to the bin directory. Okay, here you will find the nexus.exe file. Okay, so this one you need to run this. Okay, then your application will start running. Okay, so before this we need, since it is a web based application, okay, so some configuration will be available in DC. Yeah, this is the one, nexus hyphen default dot properties. Just open this one. Okay, so application port number. So by default, this is the, one second, this correct, right? I think some, for some of the application I used to change the port number. Nexus default port number. Yeah, 802. I have not changed here. Okay, so the Nexus default port number is 8081. Okay, if you want to change this port number, okay, you can change it out here, because some of the application will be listening on the same port number. So what happens, it may conflict may occurs here. Okay, in order to avoid that, sometimes we used to change this port numbers. Okay, and then if you want to change the context path, okay, context path in the sense, let's say you will be finding the amazon.com slash something will be find, right? So in the same manner, if you want to change the some context path, you can mention it out here. So here I mentioned like April 2 2020. So I'll just change. Okay, so this is which month it is, August, right? So let me change it to August. Okay, August 2020. So these two are the important configuration. Okay, if you want to add the context path, you can add it here, and if you want to change the port number, you can change it out in a etc directory. There is a one configuration file called as the nexus default dot properties. Okay, then how to start this application? So as I told you, so go into this bin directory. Here you'll find the nexus.exe file. Okay, this is an executable file. So what you need to do is just open a command prompt here like this, and execute the command nexus.exe slash run. So all this command I have mentioned it out in my notes. You can check it out there. I will share these notes after this class. It takes some time, guys, to start.
Manuel, can you please elaborate that set context path? I didn't get that completely.
It is just an URL. This one, Raja. I'll show you just a second.
Yeah, sure.
Once this application. So once it is started, what you can do is go to your browser. Okay, that is your Google Chrome or Firefox or Internet Explorer, whichever the browser it is. Go to your browser and type localhost. So let me close this. Okay, so type it's local host colon, what is the default port number? 081. Okay, just open it. It will open up your application. That is a Nexus application. Okay, you can see started Sonotype Nexus. That means this application has been started now. Okay, and one more thing, guys. If this window goes down, okay, then your application also goes down. So be careful here. So what I will do, I will go to the browser. Okay, so this is what the browser. So here I will try type what is the URL localhost colon 8081. Okay, it will not start because I have made this URL as a slash AUG 2020, right? Still it is not working. Same one, right? Localhost. Okay. Localhost colon 8081 slash AUG 2020. Now it is started, guys. Okay, what is your machine name, guys? Okay, and 8081 is the port number and AUG 2020 is the context path which I have added here. Okay, if you don't mention this context path like this, okay, it will not open here. It says HTTP error. Context path in the sense it is just like a prefix to your URL. Okay, so give slash, it's already showing. Just open this. Okay, so this is our Artifactory repository, guys. So what is the default port number? Sorry, credentials here. Okay, so how to sign in here? Okay, so click on the sign in. So here there is some default credentials. Just a second, I forgot. Yeah, the default credentials are admin and admin123. Okay, there is a default credentials. Admin and admin 123. Okay, just log in. So change your password database or set of experts. So that is the default credentials, guys. So once you log in, just change the password, okay? Because admin that is the default credentials. So whenever you download this Nexus application software, right, that is the default credentials you can able to use to log in there. Okay. So once you log in, just change the password. Okay. So as I told you, so it is our Artifactory repository. Okay. So what is the Artifactory repository? So what the Apache Maven is creating the artifact. So those artifacts we are uploading it here. Okay, so this is our artifact repository. So in order to do that, what we need to do is we need to create a repository, like how we did in the for a Git repository, right? In the same manner, here also we need to create some repositories, but it will be of two types. Okay, so what is indicates is release. Okay, there is a two repositories we need to create. One is the release, another one is the snapshot. So any idea, guys, what is release and what is snapshot? In the last session, I already told you regarding this.
Snapshot, it is in development. Release, it is in, it seems it is released, it is completed.
Yes, thank you. Okay. So in order to create a repository, so click on this setting symbol, okay, and click on this repositories. Okay, so right now, one second, guys. So let me delete which is already available. So click on this setting symbol. Here you'll find a repository section. Okay, so click on this repositories. I'm doing some advanced here. Okay, so click on create repository. So these are all the, for all these applications this Nexus supports here. Okay, so but we are working on a Maven application, right? So hence select Maven to hosted. Okay, so select this one. So here we need to provide the repository name. So what is the name of the name you are going to give for this repository? Okay, so and we need to create a two types of repositories, for snapshot as well as for the release one. Okay, so what I will do, let me create a repository here. So this repository name we'll call it as, in a, since we are working in August month and 2020 hyphen, what is this, we'll create it for a release one. Okay, just I'm giving the release in order to identify which repository it is. Okay, and here we'll mention Maven as well. Okay, otherwise we'll forget. Maven August 2020 hyphen release. Okay, and then under version policy. Okay, so since we are creating it for the release one, so here it is also showing release one, we will keep the same, we're not going to change this one. Okay, so then disable redeploy will come, we'll discuss this later on. And clear policy. Okay, just create a repository. Okay, it has created a one repository, that is for release one. Okay, so the same we need to create it for the snapshot as well. Okay, so click on this create repository, select Maven to hosted, and give whatever the name, guys. It is not like the same one. Okay, AUG 2020 hyphen snapshot. Okay, so now in the version policy, guys, since I'm creating it this for a snapshot repository, you need to change this version policy to snapshot. For release one, we have selected the release. Now we are going to create it for the snapshot. You need to change this version policy to snapshot, guys. Okay, and be careful, you have to change this one, otherwise it will not work.
So
Okay,
there is
and
another one
just
option.
click on Raja, I will don't go advanced, it's my request. Okay, I will tell you
Okay.
that one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so now we are concentrating on a snapshot. Now just concentrate on snapshot only. Okay, so then we'll go for the third option. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
So click on create repository. Yeah, click on create repository. Right, so now we have created the two repositories. One is for a release, another one is for the snapshot. Right, now we need to configure this Nexus with our Apache Maven. Okay, so then how we need to configure it? So first thing is, so go to your Apache Maven home directory. Sorry. So where is my Apache Maven? So under Devops tools, so here is my Apache Maven here, right? Under that there is a one configuration file. Just open this one. Okay, and here the settings.xml. If you remember, here we have changed the .m2 folder, the same file. Okay, just open it with the notepad plus. Okay, and then come down at the line number 121. Okay, there is a one tag called as a server. Okay, so what you need to do is just copy this entire tag server, opening from starting from opening to till closing. Okay, just paste it down like this, how I made it here. Okay, the same manner you made it. Okay, so then ID is Nexus. Is the, you can provide any name, guys. It is not mandatory to have the same name only here. Okay, just the name is ID is Nexus I have provided. So what is the username? The default credentials only I have provided, guys, here. Okay, because I used to forget the credentials, hence I'm keeping it the default values only. Okay, username is admin. Okay, and what's the password? Admin 123. Okay, so this is the one settings we need to do. Okay, and parallelly there is a one more configuration file. Okay, what you need to do is just go to your pom.xml, go to your project. So let me take this web project. Under that, let me open this the notepad. Okay, so in the line number 131, okay, so there is a one tag called as a distribution management tag. Okay, you need to keep this one in a after closing of this dependencies tag. Dependency is different and dependencies is different. Okay, so under that you have to create a distribution management tag. So this will be created by our developers only. Don't worry about this XML file here. Okay, just concentrate on this one. Okay, then comes the, so once again I need to still here, right? Okay, so here the distribution management tag. So this is the open tag and this is a closing tag, right? And here is the repository. Under that we have created a two kinds of repository, right? So, and one more thing guys, whatever the ID you have mentioned, right, Nexus, in a Apache Maven settings.xml file we have mentioned a ID. Okay, the same ID here also you need to mention. If you make these changes, it will not connect guys. Okay, this connection should be, this connecting ID should be same. Okay, then comes the what is the name of this repository. Okay, this is for the release one. So what we need to do, we need to create the same kind of repository for twice. Okay, one is for snapshot, another one is for the release one, right? So what we need to do, so this is for the release and this is for the snapshot. Okay, and here we need to provide the URL here. So where is our URL? Go to your repository, artifact repository. Here you'll find the two here we have created the two kinds of repositories, right? One is for snapshot, another one is for the URL. So just click on this copy. Here you'll find the URL. Okay, just copy this thing. So this is for the release one. So go here and change this URL, guys. Okay, change this URL. Like the same you need to do for a snapshot as well. Okay, so I have changed it for August 2020 repository Apache Maven 2020 snapshot, and this is for the release one. Okay, just save this file now. So in order to configure the Nexus and the Apache Maven, where all we need to do the configuration is, one is in a Apache Maven config application file. There is a settings.xml file under config directory. There we need to add the credentials of the Nexus. Okay, that is the ID, username and password. Okay, then the same time you need to create a two repositories in a for a single project. Okay, the snapshot, another one is the release one. Okay, so under after dependencies tag you need to create a distribution management tag. Under that we need to create the two code snippet here. One is for a release one, another one is for the snapshot. Okay, and here we need to provide the URLs of our repositories. Okay, once it is done, just close this file, I mean save and close it. Okay, so then what we need to do, now we have configured it out, right? So now we can, okay, and make sure don't close this one, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so now go to your project. Okay, and open it. Okay, and one more thing, so when I execute here, where it will go here. Okay, so here I have mentioned the 1.0 release, right? Now we will execute mvn clean deploy. So in the last session we have just executed the mvn clean install. Now we are going to execute the deploy command. So what this deploy will do, so whatever the artifact it is going to create, so the same artifact will be uploaded into your Nexus, guys. Okay, so just enter. See guys, now here it is uploading to Nexus localhost 8081 August 2020 repository Apache Maven hyphen 2020 release 1. Okay, so let me show you in the front end also once it's uploaded successfully. Okay guys, you can see the build is success. So we will go and check one by one. First we'll check it out in a target folder. So here you can see the target folder, it has been updated one, that is 8/7/2020 9:42 p.m. right? That is 1 minute back it has been created successfully the artifact here. Okay, there is a var artifact. So since we have executed the command deploy, so it will also store, it will also execute the install, right? So what the install will do, install will save this artifact into your local repository as well. So where is the local repository? In my case it is in a D drive mvn repo. Okay, under that you will find the that is the group id Nandia. Under that the project name, under that we can see 1.0 hyphen release, sorry, release directory. Under that here you will find your artifact. Okay, Apache Maven 1.0 release dot var. Okay, and see the timestamp, it has been created 9:42 p.m. Okay, 8/7 August. That means 1 minute back only it has been created. Okay, 1 second guys. Okay, so it has been successfully stored the artifact into your local repository as well. Now what we will do, since we have executed the deploy command, okay, it will also upload the artifact into your this Nexus repository. So where we need to find it? Okay, so click on this box symbol is there, right? Just click on this. Under that you will find a browse option. So click on this. So here we have created the repository, right? Apache Maven release one. Since we have uploaded, sorry, I mean, since we have executed it for the release one, right? So just click on this release. Under that, the same syntax, it will be also available here in the local repository, how.com. Under that, you will find a Nandiad. Under that, the name of the project. Under that, the release one. And you can able to see the bar, right? So what is the size? It is of 16 MB. Okay. So when it has been executed Friday 7th August 2020 at 21:43 19 seconds and GMT plus 5:30, right? That means we have successfully uploaded the artifact here, right? Using the Apache Maven guys. Okay, using mvn deploy command. Got it? Now the question arises guys, so how exactly it has been uploaded for release one only, right? So when you see here, even we have created the repository called as a snapshot here. See, under snapshot, nothing is available, right? But only for the release one, it has been updated, correct? So how it is updating in the sense, basically it is uploading on the basis of version tag. Whatever you mention in a version tag, right? The same one it is going to be uploaded. Okay. So now we will upload the same artifact to our snapshot. Okay. So one more thing guys, for a snapshot you need to mention it in a caps, like caps only. Okay, snapshot snapshot. Okay, if you keep the in a small letter, it is going to upload to your release one only, so be careful here. Okay, keep it as in a capital letter. Just save this one and run the command again, mvn plain deploy. So now this artifact will be uploaded to your snapshot repository. Okay, it is success. So let's go and check in the front end. So let me refresh here. Okay, so since we uploaded for the snapshot, click on the snapshot. See here, it has been uploaded. Com under that Nandiad, under that Maven project, under that 1.0 snapshot. Sorry here. So it will be available in this case. So here is your file has been uploaded successfully, guys. Right? So any doubts, guys, still here?
Yeah, why we need to use both snapshot and release?
See, snapshot in the sense here, it is still that code is still in a development stage. Okay, so that code we have not released for the production. Okay, so hence for such kind of artifacts we used to keep it in a snapshot one. So whereas the release is the one that artifact we have deployed to the client. Okay, so such artifacts we keep it in a release one.
Oh, thank
Okay.
So one more question.
Yes, Rajan.
So here we
Yeah.
are using localhost, right? This basically this Nexus is dependent on our local machine. So if that we work that in another machine, it don't work, right? So how it would be in real time? So they will
So
give the URL.
here it will be just one IP address. So right now you can see it is only a local host, right? In a real time, it will be in a just IP address of your machine.
Okay, sir. So that will be shared by the team.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
That
DevOps
will be
engineer,
available.
yeah, so that DevOps engineer will do that infrastructure changes and all, or someone will do? Is it our
So some
responsibility or
Linux
someone?
team will, some
Yeah.
system admins will be available. So those people will take care. Okay. So what we need to do is, so just we need to inform the IT team saying that I need this requirement. Okay. I need the infrastructure of
Oh,
so and so machine. So then we need to configure all these details. They will just give a one dummy machine. Simple. Okay. That is a fresh machine. In that we need to configure all these things.
okay, sir. So can
An
you please
empty.
go to your pom.xml?
Okay. Yeah.
So in the distribution management, we have configured two tags, right? One is that for released, another one is for the snapshot.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, so first one is ID and the second one is name, right? Is it a free text or it's a defined one?
Pardon?
This name tag is there, right? ID is
Yes.
an access. Is it a free
Yes.
text or
You
it is a
can provide
defined
it anything. It is you
one?
can
Okay.
provide anything. There is no issues.
Okay.
Only thing
Okay.
is the ID must be same here as well as in Apache software. Sorry, Apache Maven software is there, right? So there in a settings.xml we have mentioned the ID file, right? So the same thing we also we need to mention.
Okay, so got it.
Okay, so that is the only configuration.
Okay, okay, so thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, any other doubts? Okay. So we will make this one as a release one again. Okay, so 1.2 hyphen release. So this artifact which is already available in my Nexus, guys, right? See in a release repository like com.nandiad. Okay, 1.2 hyphen release under this var file which is already available in my Nexus repository, guys. Okay, if I try to run this one, let us see what happens. See guys, it is failed here. Okay, why it is failed? Why it is failed in the sense it is saying that repository does not allow updating assets. Okay, so this is not the correct one. Failed to deploy the artifacts, could not transfer the artifacts from localhost, failed to transfer file, release. Repository does not allow updating assets. Yeah, this is the correct one only. Sorry, I forgot. So repository does not allow updating assets here because this Apache Maven. So whatever the artifact we have, which is already available, right? This Apache, Maven project 1.2 release.bat, which is already available in our Nexus repository. Okay, when you try to update the same asset, it will not allow. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to make some changes here. Okay, so this is the interview question, guys. So in a Nexus, whether the duplication accepts or no. Okay, so what we need to do is by default this value is set as doesn't accept the duplicated values. Okay, in order to make it update, what we need to do is we need to explicitly we need to allow this one. Okay, in order to do such that, what we can do is just click on the settings symbol and go to your repository. Under that we will find down the option called as a deployment policy. Okay, so here in the default we have kept, okay, that is you can say disable redeploy is this redeployment is disabled here. So what we will do is we will make it as a allow redeploy. Okay, and save it. So once you save this one, you can do the duplication now. Okay, so let's go and check under browse release. See here, it has been updated in the timestamp of 2143. That is 9:43. It has been updated, uploaded here. Okay, so what I will do, I will execute one more time now. It will not throw error because we have made it as a redeploy. We can explicitly I have made it to make the duplication here, updating of our assets. Now it will not throw any error, guys. This is also an interview question, guys, whether it will upload the duplicated values or no. Okay, it doesn't allows, guys. Okay, if you want, we can explicitly we can make this one.
So one question here.
Yeah.
So
See, yes, now it has
now,
not. One second.
yeah, sure.
So now we can see, guys, it has been successfully uploaded, guys. Okay, so just what you can do is last updated was at 21:43. Just do a refresh here. This asset will be updated, guys. Okay, so the same one in your release, you can see the timestamp. Sorry, it is not updated. It is created. Yeah, here it is. Blob updated at 21:56. Right, there is a 1 minute lag. It has been uploaded. Yes, Raja, you are saying something.
Yes, sir. So when we are uploading second time, right, to allow the duplicate, is it
Updating of
for the
assets.
yeah updating again we are running that MVN package, MVN clean package, right? So second time we are trying to push that into Nexus. So that time we have not made any changes inside the code. So if you made the changes inside the code and try to run it, still it will throw duplication errors, or this is an executable code and we have some updates, so it will agree.
So it will not accept. Why? Because whatever the version tag is there, right, 1.0 hyphen release. So based on this, it will identify. So as you can see, 1.2 hyphen release, which is already available here. Apache 1.2 hyphen release. So in that case, what you can do is just make a changes of your version tag here. Okay, let me show you that also. There is no issues. So I will just switch off that one. Okay, now I have made it as allow redeployment, right? Now we'll disable that one. In a real time, it will be disabled only, guys. It will not be allow redeploy. Just for your knowledge purpose, I'm saying. Save this one. Okay, now we will execute. It will not allow. So in that case, what you can do is just change the version number of your in a pom.xml file.
Okay, so in a real time, say for example,
Okay, it will
someone has
now
been
no. Once again, it will throw an error, guys. Now. Okay, it has thrown the error now. So in that case, what we can do is, let's say as per Raja's requirement, so he has made some changes and he wants to upload those artifacts again to our Nexus repository, but the Nexus repository doesn't allow. So what we can do is just change the version number here. And right now you can see 1.0 is there, right? So just make it as 1.1 now. Okay, save it and upload it. It will upload. So this was your requirement, right?
yes, sir. So I have one real time question as well, sir. As you know, sir,
Sure.
like if someone has been developed the application, say for example, it is a Maven application they have developed, okay, based on the Maven. So they are initially we are putting 1.0 snapshot or 1.0 release. So we are moving that into Nexus, right? Say for example, in my application there is one defect. So I'm about to change the code, something, okay. So that time I'll put the code, okay, I'll update that in a Git repository as well, saying this is for this defect. I have raised this, I have committed this fix. So that time we need to update into Maven as well, right? So that then only it will be reflected in the var jar file, right? So that time we need to change the version and upload it again. Is it what the procedure?
See, it is not like that actually. When we are uploading these artifacts to the artifact repository, in the sense here, whenever we are going for the deployment, okay, then only we are uploading it here. Okay, for every time we are not uploading this one artifacts to our Nexus. When we are deploying some artifacts to some of the servers, so in the real time what happens is, so here we will be having the n number of servers will be available. Okay, like what you can say is, one will be the dev environment, dev server will be there, then for test environment will be there for testing purpose. Okay, then one more will be available for pre-production, right? So the next one will be the production. Okay, or some other team members will keep some other servers also. So whatever the artifacts we are keeping it out, right? So when we are deploying those things, then only we are keeping the, I mean, we are uploading those artifacts to our Nexus repository. Every time we won't push it.
Okay, sir, it is like a bunch of things we will upload that in a Nexus. I mean, we'll run that MVN query and we'll put that into Nexus as a var file.
Yeah, let's say I am deploying some, so let's say I have created one artifact today. Okay, so that is for the dev environment, I wants to deploy it. Okay, so when I'm going to deploy that artifact, in the sense that artifact I want to keep it as a backup in a artifact repo, I mean our Nexus artifact repository. Okay, if I'm not going to upload deploying, in the sense my developer is still working on that. Okay, I won't upload it to the Nexus unnecessarily.
Okay.
Okay, so all these things just a command wise I'm saying. Okay, so in a real time, all these tasks will be taken care by our Jenkins only. Okay, Jenkins will take care of it.
Okay, please.
In a Jenkins we need to configure all these details. So once we configure all these details, from only for a one time configuration we need to do, guys. If the any onboarding project is coming, okay, then we need to do all this configuration. Okay, otherwise, or when you join to the already existing, so all this configuration also already available, just we need to run the job. Okay, we'll come to know clear picture when we are working on a Jenkins, guys. Okay, so now we are learning all these tools independently, and later on we will integrate all it in a Jenkins. Then you will get the clear picture how we can automate all these tasks. Okay,
Got it, sir.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
So one last question. Sorry,
Yeah, sure.
you are about to finish the session. Yeah. This Nexus is not a command-based tool. Like we have for Git, right? So we have some commands
No,
to push and pull. No, this is a
nothing,
manual tool.
nothing.
It is. Yeah.
Yes. It is just a when you execute me and deploy command, so the artifacts is coming and storing into your Nexus repository. Okay. There is no dedicated commands is available for this one.
Okay.
Only for storing the artifacts we are using this. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. Any other doubts? Anybody?
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Look. Yeah. But yeah. Good. Good.
I'm No, I don't have neither.
Okay. Hello. Did you say something?
I told that it's fine for me.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay, bye. See you all.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Bye. Bye. Okay, guys. Good night. So and Saturday and Sunday there will be no classes. Okay. Monday. Sorry, we'll catch up on Monday. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Bye. Take care.